Hey, Coach, just what do you think of the poise of your guys down the stretch there to finish out this neutral site win against a ranked team?
Thought it was good, man. The one thing we said to our guys, even before the game, if you get a lead up and whatever happens, and I think they won 3 Pac-12 championships in the last 5 years and Final Four pedigree. So they have the culture and they know what it means to win. So you have to win the game. And the game will not be over until the buzzer sounds. And that were, even though we didn't have a lot of turnovers in the game, I thought there were moments where we let up mentally because we looked at the scoreboard. It's like, okay, it's my turn to get a shot here and there instead of keeping the foot on the pedal and winning the basketball game. But I thought it was a great team effort. I thought the guys were hungry. They were excited to play the game, and we got great results against a very talented team.
Mitch?
Konzo X only had 3 points in the first half. Was there anything in particular you said to him at halftime before that second half, or is that just a sign of his growth?
I just thought he settled in. I thought he rushed some shots in the first half. Very similar to Oral Roberts. I thought he rushed instead of allowing the game to come to him, making plays, facilitating that sort of thing. When he does that, he's at his best. But I think when he's coming down looking for shots, then he's not as effective. I mean, even though he's scoring the ball and he's so fast, his gift is really making plays for others. And then when he's doing that, now his ability to score the ball opens up because they have to identify so many other options. Then again, what we call it is, that invisible money, and Jeremiah gets a lot of that. When he sets screens, he dives, all those things that, might not show up on the stat sheet, but he makes a lot of that happen because he's so big and physical. And he's done a great job from the time he got here to when he sets screens. He doesn't foul anymore when he sets screens, all those things, just matured as a basketball player.
Dave?
Konzo, we've seen Javon do this before where he comes off the bench. Just how important was he during that stretch in the second half when he's giving you a lot of scoring there?
Well, he's a sound, experienced basketball player. For us, he's a starter. He comes off the bench with experience, a level of toughness, energy, a mentality to score the ball, but also a desire to want to guard the other team's best guy. And I think when you got a guy come off the bench that's ready to go, I'll take him against anybody's guy come off the bench.
Gabe?
Konzo, I know there have been a few times the last couple of years where you haven't been pleased with your team's ability to break a press, but how much did you like that tonight?
It was good, man. You grow into certain things. You work on them, and you're hopeful that eventually it carries over and pays off, and it paid off. But, outside of maybe our first year, I think 1 or 2 games when X and those guys were freshmen, I think they've grown from that. Where we get in trouble, we get careless when, like, for example, Oral Roberts, we have 17 turnovers. And no disrespect to Oral Roberts, but I didn't think there was nothing they did to force 17 turnovers. That's where you have to be better, where start to finish a basketball game, the maturity as an individual player, and then as a team, because it seems like we turn them over early and it gets contagious.
Cortez?
Hey, Coach, you guys had 5 guys scoring double figures tonight. What do you think that says about the balance of this team?
We have that. We understand it. We have that. And I just think for our guys, just really, we talk about it all the time, get consumed with winning, having a passion for your teammate. And then whatever happens, happens. If you get 2 shots, 5 shots, 10 shots, are you defending, are you rebounding, are you playing hard, are you setting screen, are you doing all the things for your teammate? I think that's the separation. We just talk about that. I've never been one to really get consumed with a stat sheet and how many points a guy scored and all that. I normally look at turnovers and that sort of thing, taking care of the ball, sharing the ball, how we defending. And I think they value each other. They want to see each other be successful. They don't really care who gets shot. They're not those kind of guys, and that part is fun.
CJ?
Hey, Zoe, the last couple of years you've said if this group's is healthy, you feel like you have something. And do you think these 2, I mean, I know it's early, but these 2 games, and then the other thing I wanted to ask you is, what do you think this says about kind of the player development in your program the last couple of years, how far along some of these guys are looking?
We always try to take pride in development. But sometimes in our profession, you don't have a lot of time for that. And I've always been a man that operates with a high level of integrity. So you can figure that out, whatever that means. And just we got to develop them, make sure it works, and just continue to grow our players and just have them work, but be patient. And it'll come to pass. If you work consistently, you continue to work hard and do the right things. And I always try to have guys that have a value for each other. value your teammate, and just they're good guys. I mean, some of the guys came in just, character flaws here and that, all that. You got to clean all this. So much stuff goes on behind the scenes that you try to help with. It consumes you physically, emotionally, but it's your job as a coach and as a staff to make sure they do the right things to be successful. And then you start to see some of the results of it. But I like going to battle with them because they value each other. They want to see each other's success. They don't care who get the accolades. I mean, and then now you have a situation, we have 2 or 3 guys want to guard the other team's best player, like they're fighting to do that. That hadn't happened in the past, and that's a good sign.
Ben Arnett.
Konzo, a lot of coaches have said that they feel like experience is really going to pay dividends in this kind of day-to-day, moment-to-moment season. Do you feel like we're seeing that 2 games in with your group?
I think so. Again, I think we still got to tighten some screws up here and there. And I'll tell you one, it's amazing when our guys came to the locker room, all those guys want to hug Drew Buggs. Tremendous leader, tremendous. I mean, it's a tremendous addition to our program, man. He's like a big brother to these guys, the way he leads out there. It's impressive for a guy his age to applaud success, whether he's on the floor. He's our biggest cheerleader. I wouldn't be shocked if he's somebody's coach one day. He might even take my seat here shortly, but I enjoy being around him. He's a great leader.
Ben Frederickson.
Hey, Coach, I'm curious, just 2 games, but Mark Smith, we're seeing more explosiveness from him. His shots falling, but are you seeing a healthier Mark Smith? And are we seeing maybe what was holding him back a little bit in the past?
Oh, without a doubt. You know what happens. I think in the last 3 years we had guys, and RJ has all the stats, but I think we had key guys miss like 134 games. I mean, that's a lot of games when you're trying to be a quality team with this level of competition, this league. So now you start patchworking. Doesn't look as good. It's like you're struggling here and there to make it work. And I've always said, if we're healthy, I mean, you lose, and I don't mean to jump off the track, but you lose a Michael Porter. You look at that time, Javonte Porter, Mark Smith, and Jeremiah for so long. That's hard to replace that. And but just to see Mark healthy, because he works his butt off. That's one thing about it. He works, and he's improved his ability to make plays, jump, and all that. It's good because you owe it to your fans and all of that to be a healthy team, to see what you can be, and I think that part is great, just to see those guys out there healthy and having fun.
Sweetie.
Because I know it's not quite a road game with the road atmosphere, but what does it say about your team's poise and just kind of keeping it together even when Oregon was making that run during that one stretch?
Oh, we knew that. We knew, like we talked about it coming out of the half. They'll punch, stay solid. And again, when you're talking about Eric Williams and then also Eugene, you're talking about 2 talented transfers. Both guys in respective Rutgers and Duquesne left their programs as the leading scorer and leading rebounder on the team. Now you bring him in the fold with this quality. We knew Eugene would be tough. We knew that one. His experience is tough. We knew that would be a fight. Eric Williams' ability to drive the ball and make plays. And it's just, you got to give up some. When you're playing at this level of talent, something has to give. I think the team with the stronger will has the advantage.
Got time for 2 or 3 more as we got a 5-hour bus ride. So, Eric.
Konzo, Drew got his 4th foul with like 9 minutes to go in the game. What does it say about the team with that rare circumstance that doesn't happen, that they were able to hold together despite his presence not being on the floor?
Well, what it really says is Drew shouldn't be doing that. I mean, it's like, come on, man, you know better than that. That shouldn't happen. First of all, and he gave up 3 threes against Duarte. That shouldn't happen. You're talking about an intelligent basketball player. That shouldn't happen. But I just think it speaks about the experience of our guys. And again, Torrance Watson didn't play a lot, but he's been good in practice. So hopefully we'll continue to get more minutes. But he's another guy that's in the fold as well.
Joel.
Hey, Coach. We talked last week about Tilly and his 12 rebounds being a normal thing. And he, at the end of the first half, had 8 and 6 and ended up practically with a double-double. I mean, how pivotal is his presence in there, especially on the offensive glass, going to be moving forward for this pace that you guys are trying to keep? And just how pivotal has he been for this team, especially today?
So, Joe, you saying he didn't work as hard in the second half, huh? I'll tell you that, but no, I just think he just, he got hit in his back a little bit. Not to make any excuses for him, he won't either. But we needed his experience, and he came through for us. But No, he's working hard at it. I just, again, we have to do a better job, and it starts with me of getting him the ball in positions. And I've done a poor job with that in the first 2 games.
Last one, Mason.
Konzo, with the team's first travel experience in a COVID-19 environment, what has changed from the normal travel routine that the team has become accustomed to?
It just we joke and say street ball because there's no fans. You just ball like you're back in the neighborhood, and it's having fun. And it shows the passion as a basketball player. We have no fans in the arena. It's different. I mean, it really is different. But we try to make it as simple as basketball. We trying to win games. We don't have time to worry about the peripherals. We got to focus on winning basketball games. That's the most important thing for us. But it was good to be out there, playing against a great opponent. Dan has done a tremendous job with that program, and just to get that win and go home and get a peace of mind.
All right, thanks, guys.